Hey Musties. So, I know a lot of you have been asking lately, what's your thoughts on the Toy Fair stuff that leaked a while ago, the Mega Godzilla toy. I'm just kidding, nobody's asking me that. I'm just doing this video to keep my channel alive. But actually I have probably 3 or 4 decent theories on what the Mega Godzilla toy really is. So hear me out on this, okay? So number 1, the most common theory is it's just a toy. Yeah, that's totally possible. If you remember, or if you saw my channel a few months back before the holidays, I did a list of the top Godzilla toys I want to see. You know, I was talking about I was tired of same kind of toys always being released, and that I missed the old Trendmasters era.
Power Up Godzilla! The new Power Up Godzilla! You snap-on invincible ultra armor!
And this could totally be the answer I've been looking for. This could be that Power Up Snap-on Armor Godzilla toy 2020 edition. And I would be happy with that. I would totally get that. A lot of people are arguing that it's too over the top and ridiculous to actually be in the movie, which brings me to the next theory. Number 2, this actually is in the movie. If apparently the government can build a giant Mechagodzilla robot, then I don't see why there's any reason that they couldn't build some kind of armor to go on Godzilla. Perhaps Godzilla gets his butt kicked in some point of the movie, and instead of rehashing the plot from King of the Monsters where they just nuke Godzilla to revive him, they try something new, like building like a nuclear factory on him. I know that sounds so over the top in the extreme, but let's be honest here. The cat's already out of the bag here. Godzilla King of the Monsters was already super over the top. You know, we had King Ghidorah flying through the sky with Godzilla and dropping him on the earth. They're controlling some of the kaiju with that Orga device. We've already gone from one movie where Gareth Edwards' Godzilla was more grounded and realistic to jumping full-blown into Showa era level Godzilla craziness. So I totally think that this Godzilla could have literally a nuclear factory, a man-made built nuclear factory on his back. And you know what, at this point I say just go for it. As long as the human characters aren't completely cringeworthy, I'm okay with it. I mean, when this MonsterVerse started, I really wanted a serious, darker tone series. But I do like the wild, over-the-top aspects of the Godzilla franchise. And when else could we ever get a movie about Godzilla walking around with a manufactured power plant on his back? It's really unique, and go for it. Number 3, perhaps this is Godzilla, but it's a different Godzilla. Okay, granted this theory is almost the same thing as theory number 2, but just bear with me here. Perhaps the Godzilla threat, or the Mechagodzilla threat, is so grave, so drastic in this movie that the government decides that they have to revive another Godzilla to combat the threat. So perhaps, once again, this is a power plant manufactured by man, apparently. And they found another Godzilla who's like barely alive from ancient times. They build that on his back and send him into battle. And the 4th and final theory, which is I think the most unlikely, perhaps this is Mechagodzilla. And for some reason they're just paying homage to the Showa series and having Mechagodzilla in disguise as Godzilla. And the red spikes, or the red towers sticking out his back, are just more specifically paying homage to Mechagodzilla breaking out of his disguise in the Showa era. That makes no sense, especially since we've seen pictures of Mechagodzilla toys, and they look kind of nothing like this. Actually, they do kind of look similar. If you look at the toys, the Mechagodzilla toy that's out in the leaked image, it seems to show Mechagodzilla having red spikes, it's just they're a lot shorter. Perhaps these massive red spikes on the back of Godzilla in the Mega Godzilla toy, Mega, not to be confused with Mecha, was what Mechagodzilla spikes looked like. And then whenever he broke out of his disguise, the spines got snapped off and became smaller. This is a stretch even for me here. I'm just throwing out a 4th possibility. But I think any of the first 3 options that I gave you here are possible. So what do you guys think? Do you want to see this Power Up Mega Godzilla in the movie? Do you think it should be strictly a toy? Are you even going to get that? Does that look exciting? I think so. Alright, Muncies, thanks for watching.